All right, I'm fully aware that my makeup looks insane. I just am out of time to redo it. So this is what we get. I mean, the eyes would have looked fine if I hadn't have gone so blush heavy, but it happened and I can't fix it. So just try not to let it distract you too much. I'm aware. Okay, so skincare favorites. We've done makeup favorites. Well, first we did Beauty Heroes 2020 Discovery favorites. We did makeup 2020 favorites. We did hair and body care favorites. And now we are here to talk about my favorite skincare from the year. So these aren't just skincare discoveries. These are just the things that I loved using this year. Some of them were discoveries this year. Some of them I've had, you know, I've used for longer than that, and I just used them and loved them this year. So these are just all the things that I loved in 2020 skincare wise. Some I talked about in previous favorites videos, some maybe I didn't, I don't know. And I probably am gonna have a lot. I'm trying to edit this to like keep it to my absolute favorites and not have like a million things, because I truly do. I love a lot of stuff and I've loved a lot of stuff all year. So I tried to really edit it down to the things that really like impressed me, the things that I absolutely love and can't live without. And because I know the description box is going to get wild and I have a limit. So I want to make sure that I can, you know, link to everything that I've got so that way you can check it out and I don't leave anything out. So I'm trying to edit this out. I'm going to do this section by section, starting with cleansers. I'm going to talk about the cleansers that I have on my vanity. I'm going to put them away and get the next set, which will be like toners, and then serums and oils and masks and moisturizers, all kinds of things. So this is probably going to be a long video. I think you guys have come to expect those from me at this point. Yes, I said that correctly. Sometimes I say things incorrectly. But let's just get started before this video is a million years long, because it might be. So these are the cleansers, exfoliators, anything that sort of like acts as like a cleansing product or as like, it's that cleansing step. So it's like cleansing balms, there's cleansing creams, cleansing foams, cleansing, just all kinds of cleansing things, and exfoliators as well. I've put that in this category. So I guess let's talk about cleansing. I'll save the exfoliators, and yeah, I'll save the exfoliators for their own sort of section, and then a couple of cleansing waters. So first of all, I love the Osmia pumpkin and black clay soaps. I really love both. I alternate between the two. This is a new bar. I haven't cut it yet, but what I like to do with these when I get them is cut them into, you know, mini squares. So that way I have one. I just keep it in my shower. I pull a new one out when I need it. And I find that when I do this, the bar lasts pretty much an entire year, because you're essentially getting 5 or 6 bars out of the same bar. And as long as you also have some kind of soap saver thing, so that way it's not sitting in water, it lasts a really, really long time. Like the bar, the one little section that I've had in my shower now, I've had in there for, I don't know, going on like 3 months, and it's this tiny size, and I use it every time I wash my face in the shower. So one of these bars will last you like a year plus, and the same with the black clay. I love both. They're both enzymatic. They both make my face feel really smooth. I don't know that there's really too much of a difference between the two, at least for me. The pumpkin one is supposed to be for like glowing skin, fruit enzymes to clear away dead skin, healthy skin turnover. And then the black clay one is supposed to be for like healing, inflammation, decreasing redness. I find that they kind of both do that, so that's why I alternate between the two. So I've always got those on hand. Those have been a favorite for years. Well, the pumpkin one I think I did discover this year, or is either the end of last year, I don't remember. But the black clay one I've been using for years. I've repurchased 3 of them I think at this point. Love those. So my 2 favorite cleansing balm, like stellar cleansing balms this year, the Unveil. I mean, that's my favorite every year. It's going to continue to be. I absolutely love this. I'll never be without it. This is the little one that came in the Paradise collection set. So I've been using that for a couple of weeks now. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes at night, sometimes both. I love it. It smells divine. Oops, I put that in a box it didn't belong in. And then a late discovery, a late 2020 discovery cleansing balm that I absolutely really love and hope it stays around, and have heard from you guys how much you absolutely love it as well. I haven't heard a single person say that they did not enjoy this product. It's the Live Botanical Ritual Cleansing Balm. So it's not enzymatic like the Unveil is. It's moisturizing, it's creamy, it smells like cake frosting. Yeah, it smells like sugar and vanilla and powdered sugar. Oh, it smells like food. I love when skincare smells like food. I mean, I'm like a huge foodie, so that makes me happy, but I love that. It removes makeup really well. It does need a second cleanse. This one does not for me, but pretty much every other oil cleanser or balm cleanser does need a second cleanse except for the Unveil, but I don't mind. It's just a beautiful formula. It makes my skin just feel like really great. Really love it. Okay, so like cleanser. So these would be things that are like second cleanses to remove residual makeup, really clean the skin, or if I'm not wearing makeup, I'll pick, you know, one of these three things. So I've got the Fit Glow Cloud Ceramide Cleanser. I did a whole review on the Fit Glow Cloud line this year, and I really, really love it. It really helps with redness. It really makes my skin feel and look great, totally even and, you know, red-free. And it's like a nice, well, it's got the Fit Glow scent, which I like. It's also foaming. It's not stripping for my skin. I really, really enjoy that. It's like the only foaming cleanser I've actually really enjoyed. So I haven't tried too many, but it is one of the only ones that I enjoy. I know that there are a few others that do those like foaming cleansers. I'm pretty sure Beauty by Earth does a foaming cleanser. Cosmetology, I'm pretty sure, does a foaming cleanser, but I really like the Fit Glow one. I've also got the Akar Soothe Cleanser. So this is their creamy cleanser, as you can see. I'm far into that bottle, about half done. This is lightly enzymatic, but it's like super creamy. It makes my skin feel really smooth. I really, really, really enjoy this. And I was zoomed in and didn't realize it. But yes, I really, really enjoy this. I think it's a great cleanser. I highly recommend testing it out if you have the opportunity. And then the last one is, and again, it's a newer release from this year. It's the Ashland Quinn Melanie Snow Leopard Melon Frothy Balancing Cleanser. She actually sent me a pretty decent sized sample of this. You know, like one of the 1 ounce trial sizes, so I got a few weeks of use out of it. She wanted to get my thoughts on it before she released it, if there's anything that I thought she should change, you know, thoughts about the scent and texture and things like that, because it is a cleansing gel, or yeah, frothy, it's like a cleansing gel that's meant for like oily skin, so she wanted my take on it. And it's beautiful. I really, really like this. I'm already out of the little size. I'm ready to get into the big size. I think I used it for like a week, and I told her don't change anything about it because I absolutely love it. Luckily, I don't think she did, but it's a beautiful cleanser. Again, it's not stripping, but it makes your skin feel really amazing and like clean, but not dry. And it smells like, the scent of the Ashland Quinn products is just like next level. They smell so, so amazing. So highly recommend giving that a try if you're looking for like a gel-like cleanser, something balancing, something like that. If you've got oily skin, highly recommend giving that a try because that's amazing. Okay, so scrubs. So the Nini Organics Natura Detox Foam, as you can see, was a high favorite this year. This lives in my shower, and when I'm having like a day where I need like a lot of exfoliation, or like I want my skin to be like smooth as glass, I use this. So I put a little bit in my hands, I drop a couple of like water droplets in it, you know, foam it up, and then I leave it on as a mask while I like shave and stuff. I do like to do that. This is great. It's like intense, but it's not like uncomfortable or overwhelming, and it makes my skin like, it feels like glass. It just feels awesome. A similar product to this is the Audacité like green cerami, or what is it called? The ceremony foam or something like that. I never see anybody talk about that, and I think it's because it's not a good product. I tried it, and that is stripping. That makes my skin feel awful. It's not a good product. I don't know if they still sell it and that's why nobody talks about it, or if nobody talks about it just because it really is just that bad. This is similar because it does have, like it foams, and it's like the same kind of product, but this is done so much better and my skin feels so great when I use that. So another exfoliating product that I love is Staub from Namari. This is my constant, I always have this on hand from Namari. I absolutely love it. I love mixing it in with other kinds of cleansers. So I'll mix it in with like a creamy cleanser, or I'll mix it in with like a cleansing oil to sort of get, you know, double cleansing action. Plus it's a good way to like use up product too if you're, you know, trying to use up something but you only have one face, so you can mix, you know, mix cleansers, mix exfoliating products with cleansers. I like to do that. But this is the updated formula. I did finish an entire bottle of the old formula, which I loved, but the new formula is, well, it's the updated formula. I think it's actually from, is it earlier this year or last year? I can't remember, but it's even better. It's more hydrating. It's, you know, got lots more fruit acids and things like that in it. That's the one product from Namari that I say that everybody should try, because I love that. I think that's a great product, and I do think everybody should try it. And then I've got two more. So then I also really loved the TwoFit Glow Peony Exfoliating Cleansing Cream this year as well. This was a release from this year. It came in like a set it came in a set with the cleansing cream and then like a mask. And I really did love the cleansing cream. It's just like, it's exfoliating, it's brightening, it feels exfoliating without being like super harsh, because it does have jojoba beads, so they're much gentler than like a salt or like a baking soda or something like that. So yeah, it's gentle, but when you rinse it off, your skin just feels incredibly smooth, like you've had. Is there like fruit? Yeah, there's fruit acids in here as well, so it's chemically and physically exfoliating, so it just gives that really amazing feel to the skin. And then the last exfoliating product I've got is the Celise Skincare Hibiscus Rose. I opened this up this year. I had been saving this because, it's like sentimental at this point. I created this specific scent with the owner of Celise, and a couple of years ago she passed away, and I've just been like really sad about using this because this was the last jar that she made for me. And I just feel really sad. I felt really sad about using it, but I didn't want it to go bad. And so I pulled it out and I was like, okay, I need to use this. It would just be a shame to like let it go bad. And I kind of like re-fell in love with it. So like I didn't use Celise for a little bit after she had passed away, because it just felt sad. But I re-fell in love with this. It's great for acne prone skin. If you've got like a teenage boy or something who you're looking for skincare for, I would recommend something like this. You don't have to go with this scent. They do have like an unscented, a cedarwood, and a sandalwood. So they do have like, you know, more masculine or unisex scent if you prefer that over lavender or, this one, the hibiscus rose one. But the hibiscus rose, I specifically picked ingredients that help with acne and like brightening. So it's got, on top of the salt and the jojoba and the Redmond clay, which all of them has, it's got rose essential oil, red raspberry, and hibiscus powders. So I picked those things especially for that, and I do recommend that you guys check it out if you're looking for a product like that. It really helps heal acne. It's salt, so it'll feel intense on your skin, but your skin like heals so much faster when you use something like that. So the last things cleansing wise that I've got are cleansing waters, makeup removers, things like that. So I've got the Audacité Blue Aura Cleansing Water. I love this. I've been through a couple of jars of it. It's great for just like a quick cleanse if you want to do this in the morning instead of doing like, you know, washing your face or, you know, doing like a whole skincare thing. I like to do this sometimes. I did used to use it a lot more when I was leaving the house more. So like when I was going to the gym, I did like a quick of this before I like went to the gym. But like now these days I'll use it when I want to wake up in the morning and I don't want to do like a whole involved thing before going to work. So I just like run this over my face, put a quick, you know, serum and moisturizer on, and then I'm just good for the day. But I love that. It's not sticky. It doesn't feel like stripping or anything on the skin, and I just really enjoy it. And then the last I've got is the Beauty by Earth makeup remover. So it's like a liquid, and then you put it on a cotton round, and I use it. This I use specifically to remove, it says erase your face, but it has a picture of an eye. I use it specifically just on my eyes, and on days where I'm wearing like heavy eyeliner or really heavy mascara or like heavy, like this I will use this with tonight to sort of like make sure that I get all of the eyeshadow off before I go in with like a regular cleanser, so that way I'm not rubbing around pink eyeshadow all over my face, you know, when I'm going in with like a cleansing balm or something. So I have, you know, gone through multiples of these so far. I do really like it. It's gentle. Highly recommend if you're looking for something to remove eye makeup that's like this. If you'd prefer to use like a micellar water type product than like an oil. I use oils sometimes, but I kind of prefer this. I just like it better. So that's cleansers. I'm going to go put these away and round up, I don't know, toners, I guess, will be the next thing. Okay, toner, mist products. Not as many as cleansers, but I actually, all of these discoveries, almost all of them are brand new discoveries from this year. Okay, so the one that's not brand new that I still loved this year, used a bottle of, will continue to buy, is the 5-in Illucent Summer Hydrolot. I just absolutely love the scent of this. I love the mist on them. I love the way they feel. My skin feels nicely hydrated. These are just, they really are beautiful. These are beautiful, beautiful mists. They're smaller compared to some other mists. They're 1.7 ounces versus like 4 or 3.4, which most are, but for me, I find that they're worth it. I just really love the experience of them, the scent of them, the mist of them. I guess before I get into the rest of the mist, I should tell you what like makes a mist a win in my book. So I have to like the scent, I have to like the mister on it, because if the mist is not fine enough, I hate using it. I don't rebuy mists that don't have a really fine mist. So yes, what it comes down to is how fine is the mist? Do I like the scent? Do I like the experience? Is it hydrating? And then that's really sort of like my basic criteria for mists if I'm gonna rebuy it or recommend it to you guys. Because I've said a lot over the years, there aren't a lot of mists that actually like do anything. A lot of them are really about serum absorption or like aiding in the absorption of serums. You know, just like sort of a nice aromatherapy. None of them really do like a ton, but there are a couple that have like healing properties or like exfoliation properties, and we'll get to some of those as well. So the one that's on like the healing end of the spectrum that I discovered this year is the Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray. I really, really love this. It's just 3 ingredients, which I always forget what they are. What is it? It's water, sodium chloride, and hypochlorous acid. But I find that my skin really sort of like repairs faster. It does better. It just does better overall, you know, when I use this. So I went through this really quickly because I used it before I put on any other skincare. Like that's the first thing I did right out of the shower is just douse my face with this. So I went through it really quickly, and then I did try another brand. It was like Bryotech, which has like the same 3 ingredients. There are quite a few brands that have like this sort of this product with the same ingredients in them, but it must be like, I feel like it's got to be like a difference of concentrations or something like that, because I tried the Bryotech one. It's half the price. So I did buy 2 bottles of it, and I don't feel like it works the same as this. So I did rebuy this. I'm almost done with the Bryotech, but I will continue to use this because I feel like this just did, I don't know if it's like a psychological thing, I don't know. But I felt like this really helped my skin, so I'm gonna continue using this once I'm done with the Bryotech one, and I highly recommend you try that out. They do have a few sizes now. I think they've got like a travel size, a 2 ounce, and then like the 4 ounce size, and then they've got the refills, which I did buy a refill, so you can get 4 of these out of the refill, so I'll be good for a little bit. These ones are all more hydrating toners. The Live Botanical Rose and Tulsi Radiance Elixir became a favorite this year. This was included in the Live Botanical box, the Solstice and Equinox Facial Ritual box, and I fell in love with this one. She does do seasonal Radiance Elixir, so she's got a different one for winter, fall, spring, and summer, and I believe this one is the winter one. I could be wrong. No, maybe it's fall. It's one of the two. It's fall or winter, and I love this. I did buy a full-size bottle of it because I absolutely adored it. The mist, again, is really fine. It's a really nice experience. It smells really good. It's hydrating. It's blended with mushrooms and herbs, and I really love it. And then I also did really love the Fit Glow Beauty essences. I'm already out of the day essence. I'm almost done with the night essence, but I did just get a backup from Beauty Heroes because that is one of the included products in the Beauty Heroes box this month. I will link it below if you're interested in picking up that box. But I really loved these. The mist on these is incredibly fine. They feel really nice on the skin. I'm gonna mist this actually. They smell really good. I really love the scent of the Fit Glow skincare, so that's like a bonus for me. Again, are they working as they claim to? I don't really know, but again, my criteria is different than like maybe some others. Do I like the scent? Do I like the mist? Do I like the experience? If it's yes, I'm gonna call it a favorite. So these two that I've got are more, you'll see more out of them, or you'll feel more out of them than like a traditional mist, like a rose mist, or even one of these that I just mentioned. So these ones do have some exfoliating properties as well as hydrating properties. So the first one that I discovered this year is the Free and True Moment of Clarity AHA Complex Toner. So this one is lemon balm, bilberry, and rose. It's got a 6% concentration of alpha hydroxy acids. It renews and refreshes and clarifies the skin. And then, so it gently exfoliates, and I loved this. I think this is a really great product. You definitely feel it exfoliating your skin. You feel it, you know, working on your skin, and your skin just feels and looks brighter when you use this, you know, routinely. I haven't used this in a little bit just because I've been trying to use up some older stuff, but this is one that I'll definitely go back to. It's one that I really enjoy. And a new one, this is like 2 days, pre-2021, like this came into my life and it's already a favorite. I'm including it in 2020 favorites because I discovered it in 2020, even though I only used it for 2 days of 2020, but it's already a favorite. I'm going to be continuing buying it. I'm going to continue to like stan this product and this brand. It's Nini Organics Brain. So this is another, it's a similar product to this. So it really just depends on what scent profile you want to go for because they have similar qualities. This one is like lemon and rose. This one is like cucumber and butterfly pea. This one has, again, gently exfoliating properties, hydrating properties, and it's insane. This is insane. Also, this is going to be featured along with another favorite of mine from Nini Organics in the February Boxwalla box. So I highly recommend you get your tails over to the link that I'm gonna put in my bio and subscribe because you don't wanna miss that box. A lot of people missed the first time Nini Organics was featured in Boxwalla. You don't want to miss this one because you're going to get Rain, you're going to get Crimson Beauty, and you're going to get a mini of something else. I think it's the Natura Detox Oil, which is another one of my favorite products. It's either that or Halo Cleansing Elixir. I'm not quite sure which one yet. But Rain, I think you're getting the big size of it. This is the 1.7 ounce because I started with the small one. He did send me the big and the small. I think you're getting the big one. You're getting a full-size Crimson Beauty, so you don't want to miss that box. I'm telling you right now, you don't. So yes, this is already a favorite. I'm already well into it. I love it. I spray this before. So what I'll do, so I'll spray this product, the Bryotech one, but I'll spray this, let it, you know, I saturate my face after I get out of the shower. I let it dry. Then I spray this and I let it almost completely dry, and then I put on my serums and stuff like that. So yeah, I love that. Highly recommend you give it a try if you are able, and I think you will absolutely fall in love with it as well. All of Nini Organics products are just like wonderful. I love that line like to death. These are definitely two of my favorite skincare lines. Fit Glow Beauty as well, obviously. And Free and True. I mean, I love all of those, you know. Okay, they're all favorites, that's why they're here. I love them all, I can't pick between them. This is like my favorite combination of like toners I've ever used. Just beautiful. So now we're gonna go get masks, maybe, or serums. Maybe I'll save masks. We'll do serums next. Okay, so I do have, this is probably where I have the most, so many serums. These two are not serums, they're essences. I should have thrown them in with toners, but I completely forgot about them until I went looking for, you know, stuff in there. So these are my two favorite essences from the year. It's the Ashland Quinn Wailele Photo Active Hydration Essence, and then the Elemental Advanced Hydration Red Wine Essence. I feel like there was another essence I tried this year that I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back through the other videos that I've done this year and see if I talked about another essence, because I feel like I did. But either way, these are two favorites. This one is a new bottle, which I haven't started yet, but I did finish one of these in this year. And this is another really great one. They're both extremely hydrating. You know, they're good for like brightening, refining pores, reducing inflammation and redness and things like that. So either one of these is a good pick. It just sort of depends on your budget. Natural Logic is sort of more midpoint price range, and then Ashland Quinn is of a much higher price point line. So I love both. They both have really amazing qualities and ingredients and products and stuff. So I do recommend both to you guys. It just sort of depends on your budget. So the rest of these are like actual serums. So these are things that are not oils, but they're serums of some kind where they're not oils. So they're like hydrating serums, exfoliating serums, vitamin C, yada, yada, yada. These are the best of the ones that I've tried this year. So let's see. I'll put them in like categories. Somehow try to. Is that everything? Am I missing anything? Okay, so this one is the Earthwise Beauty. I'll try to go through these quick because I do have so many. I don't want to make this video too long. But the Earthwise Resiliency Serum is the one that I always turn to when I'm having really bad breakouts. I love this serum. It's incredible. It's really potent. It works really well for me. I've recommended it to you guys for years now, and it's one that I'll continue to use and recommend because it's really, really great, especially for acne-prone skin. Heals really quickly. So vitamin C serums, my 3 favorites from the year. TwoFit Glow Vita Active. This is a new one, obviously, because I finished, I did finish one this year. I'll try to open this for you. So that's just what that looks like. I mean, you guys have seen it before. And then I also really loved the Blue Alchemy Multi-C Serum and the Haute C from Lil Fox. All of these are incredibly brightening, incredibly potent, all on the higher end price point, you know, unfortunately, but they all work really, really well. And that's the reason that they're a favorite, and I continue to use them and will rebuy them because they actually work for my skin. I've tried so many things that just like haven't done anything, and those 3 really do make a significant difference in my skin. Okay, these 3 are, I don't know, 2 of them are like more bedtime products. They're kind of similar, and then one, so this is the Blue Alchemy Botanic Retinol Cell Renewal Concentrate. I really saw great results with the Blue Alchemy stuff. I did talk about this in more detail in the Beauty Heroes Top 5 that I did. And also if you want to go back and like watch the Blue Alchemy video that I did, I really loved that. My skin just looked incredible when I was using all Blue Alchemy stuff. And then the other 2 are the Lil Fox Dewy Dream Bean, which is a smoothing bedtime mask, gentle retinol alternative, and then the Monastery XX Rose Glycolic Gel, which kind of works in the same way. It's like a AHA that you put on at night and it like smooths your skin overnight. I did get this, and then I got this right after, so this didn't get too much use, but I really, really liked it. I found it to be incredibly potent, both of them really. And I do want to go back to, you know, using these, but I really liked both of these. I thought they were both incredibly, again, potent, well-made, quality products that worked for my skin, and I really enjoyed them. So these ones are more hydrating serums. So I've got the Earthwise Nap in the Meadow, anti-inflammatory, just super hydrating. This really is great. I mix it with my oils. I also mix the Crimson Beauty from Nini Organics in with my oils. So this is the other product that's going to be featured in the Box Swallow Box next month, so definitely subscribe. And then the Mahalo Hawaiian Hydration, which again is great for hydrating. It's also really great for anti-acne and, you know, repair and cellular renewal and things like that. So those are my favorite. I went through those probably a little bit too quick considering how fast or how long it took me to go through my cleansers. But yeah, these are the things that I sort of cycle through. These 3 hydrating essences or hydrating serums, these I would put underneath. So like if I was gonna go, what order I would go in, so I would use the toner, I would use an essence if I was using one. I'm not currently using one, but I would put this on if I need like a real boost of hydration, like if my skin is really dry, really dehydrated. I go for one of these. It's not feeling super dry and dehydrated right now, which is why I'm not really reaching for these things, but I did reach for them a lot over the summer. So then I would put an essence on. Then I would do a hydrating serum, or if I'm using like a vitamin C, which currently I'm not using a vitamin C, I'm just sort of keeping it minimal at the moment. I would do an essence, I would do the vitamin C, I would do an oil, I would do a moisturizer. If I'm using this kind of product, I do the essence, I would do this, which you don't even need to do the essence when you do this. Usually I mix these with an oil, so it's like you're doing one step for 2 different products. And then these ones are all nighttime products. So that is hydrating serums, treatment serums, vitamin C's, things like that. And next we are going to do oil serums, and then masks, and then we'll do moisturizers after that. Okay, as you can see, it gradually getting darker and darker outside. Let's try to do this. Okay, so these are oil serums, so not, you know, water-based serums. These are all the oil serums that I loved this year. The ones that left the most lasting impression on me. Like, again, I loved other serums too. You know, same with water-based serums, or like same with, yeah, I mean, again, like, you know, I'm trying to keep it sort of like condensed a little bit. So these are the things that left like the most lasting impressions on me, the things that I really, really loved, the things that I recommended like really highly to you guys, just because they had that much of an impression on me. Okay, so let's start with one that I actually used an entire bottle of this year. That's how much I loved it. The Fit Glow Cloud Collagen Oil. I really, really love this. This is a replacement. This was really great for redness and calming, and my skin just like drank it in. I didn't even realize like I didn't even realize I was going to finish the bottle, because, you know, sometimes you use an oil and you like use it and then you like, you know, move on. I just kept using it and I kept using it, and because I kept seeing results from it and my skin just really loved it. And then finally I was at the end of the bottle and I was like, how the heck did that happen? Because I've only finished, I think, 1 or possibly 2 other like oils completely without it going bad before. Like, that's how much I absolutely loved this. So this is an oil that I will be returning to. I really love it. If you're someone who suffers from redness and you don't want to play around with oils, like, try that one. I also, so like 2 others that I really loved this year. I mean, I loved all these, okay? These ones were new discoveries for me. Yeah, so the Free and True Freedom Fighter Antioxidant Face Oil was like a complete favorite. Again, this is one that I just like I'm not completely done with it yet, but I'm really close. I'm like a quarter of the way to the bottom. The Free and True line just left such an impression on me. I really loved the entire Free and True line. My skin loved it. It's affordable, it's high quality, it you know, improves results. My skin, my throat's a little froggy now. But yes, my skin just absolutely loved this. It drank it right in. I used it morning and night. I used it over the Mama Pacha, just like a beautiful moisturizer. Another one I fell in love with this year is the Blue Alchemy Antioxidant Face Oil with Axanthin and Snowflower. Let's see, how much of this one did I get through? Probably about half so far. Oh, I love this one as well. This one smells so good. But yeah, when I was reviewing the whole Blue Alchemy line, I just like, my skin, again, just absolutely loved this. Just did wonderful things for my skin. Go back and I'll, if you want more details on those, I'll leave the links for both of those reviews down below. So I also really loved the Nini Organics oils. The Natura Detox more than Moonlight, obviously. Natura I was sometimes using day and night. Moonlight I would only use at night, but only sometimes. But I still love both. It's so this one is the Balancing Facial Serum, so for oily, acne-prone skin, healing, things like that. And then this one is the Superfruit Night Treatment, rich in oleic acid and vitamin A. Just like, look at the colors, woo. Well, it sort of dulls it down on the camera a little bit, but it's like, there you go, bright and orange. This one's like a blue-green because it does have blue tansy in it. I love both. If I was going to recommend one over the other, it would be the Natura for sure, but Moonlight is also just like a really beautiful night treatment oil. A couple of Earthwise Beauty oils. The Black Locust Firming Concentrate, which I have been through an entire bottle before. I really love this. It's corrective serum for mature skin, and I find that it works really well for my skin. Not so much like the firming, but definitely for like, you know, scars and redness and all that, and it does work really well for my skin. And then Rosa is just like a really beautiful whole fruit rosehip oil. Like, if you just want some really beautiful rosehip, this is the serum that you should be looking at, because this is gorgeous. It's high quality. It is just, it almost feels like hydrating as well. This is incredible. It's an incredible, affordable, you know, one ingredient oil. Well, okay, two. So it's got the rosehip fruit oil, it's got vitamin E, and then rosemary leaf extract. So, I mean, but it's basically just the rosehip fruit oil. Just gorgeous. The Mahalo Vitality Elixir, I like to pull out a lot when I'm having a breakout because it works really well on acne and my skin just really, really loves it. This has been a favorite for a few years and I use that a lot this year, especially mixed with the Hawaiian Hydration. I like to mix those two together. I'm a really big fan of mixing a hydrating serum, like something that's either aloe or water-based, in with an oil. I just find that it works really well. So like Nap in the Meadow mixed with Black Locust is a really great combo that I do all the time. Crimson Beauty mixed with Natura is one that I do all the time. And then Hawaiian Hydration mixed with Vitality Elixir I do all the time. So the last one that I recently did a review on, if you want to go back and watch that video for like way more detail than I'm going to give here, is the 57 Kind Tanu Cell Affinity Coactive Serum. This is amazing for healing, for repair, for acne, for brightening. It's really just a gorgeous formula, incredibly potent. It smells really like bright and fruity. I love this. This is such a great oil. It's definitely one that I'm going to keep in my repertoire for like as long as humanly possible because it really did great things for my skin. It really helped heal acne, especially when I was having like a really, really bad breakout, a lot of inflammation. So definitely go back and watch that if you haven't watched that video. It's my most recent skincare routine favorites video, where I go into like extreme detail about that, plus like a lot of the other things I was using, like Crimson Beauty, and there were some other things, probably some TwoFit Glow things, I don't remember. But those were all of the oils that left like a lasting impression on me this year, and I absolutely loved them. These are ones that I've recommended to you guys, ones that I'll continue to use and recommend, because I think that these are just stellar oil formulations, and it's so hard to find, or like it's not often anymore that you are introduced to like a really amazing oil formulation, because just so many of them these days are just sort of like bleh. They're just like mundane and not that special, and just kind of like it's kind of just like a place to fill, you know, like a product to fill in the line or something like that, and there's not very much thought in it. I have other favorite oils. I'll definitely do like an oil favorites video this year once we get to like the oil declutter, because I have so many oils I'm ready to declutter, and because they're just they're not special. So when I find one that's really special, I sort of like shout it from the rooftops, because these days it is really hard to find like a really special, unique oil formulation. They're just all sort of the same, or at least they feel like it. All right, so now on to masks. Okay, I pulled out my masks and my moisturizer category so we can just get through this and be done, because I am tired. I still have to make dinner. This morning I felt like a real urge to like cook, so I meal prepped a bunch of stuff. So we still get Purple Carrot and like Green Chef and stuff like that. So I had quite a few meals like sitting in my fridge, because most of the time I don't actually feel like cooking. So sometimes that stuff just like, it doesn't get cooked. But I felt like a real urge to cook this morning. So I meal prepped 3 of the meals to keep in the fridge. So like anytime I don't feel like cooking, we just have one we could heat up and I don't have to worry about it. And then I made lunch. So I actually made 4 different meals this morning. And so then I cooked for like 2 whole hours, and I still have to make dinner after this. So a 5th meal. I'm very tired and my back hurts. Okay, so masks. So let's get through the masks really quick. Of course, I have a lot more mask favorites than this. Like I'm gonna say this, like I've said for every other category, I have a lot more mask favorites, ones that I've recommended to you guys over the years. And even this year, like I might have recommended a different mask to you or talked about a different mask, but these are the masks that left the biggest impressions on me this year, the ones that I reached for a lot, the ones that just became even like late favorites, because I do have a couple from Live Botanical in here. These are just the ones that I reached for, the ones that my skin responded to the most, the ones that I saw the most benefit from. Not sure what's going on. But yeah, these are my mask favorites for 2020. There's probably not as many as you would think or are expecting, but here we are. So I've got the Ashland Quinn Lilikoi Fruit and Flower Vitality Mask. This one is like super potent now. It's gone through 3 different revisions. At least 3 versions of it that have been, you know, to the public. You know, obviously there was lots of other versions before it was ever released at all. But since this has been released originally, it is much more potent. You see much faster results. You can actually feel it working on your skin. The very first version of this did like absolutely nothing for me. And then the second version, I saw brightening and I could feel it working on my skin. And on the newest version, it is much, much more potent and you notice results a lot faster. So this is the, let's see, it's a multi-dimensional treatment mask that combines powerfully rejuvenating passion fruit with 15 of the world's most nutrient-dense fruits and flowers to deliver high-performance nutrition, gentle exfoliation, brightening, firming, conditioning to transform the overall appearance of skin. And it's really beautiful. You're not gonna be able to see that. There's like a shadow, but it's really beautiful. And it smells really great. Highly recommend trying that one out. Naturalogic Unmask, which you guys, that's like, this is no secret. I talk about this one literally all year long. I'm always recommending it because this is like one of my #1 masks, or this is one of my favorite masks of all time that I can't be without, that I would rebuy if I stopped blogging. Great for inflammation, great for healing and repair. If you suffer from inflammation, this is one that you definitely need to check out. So I think Tony sells samples on the website, or like trial sizes. I would highly recommend picking that up if you think that that's something that you might be interested, but you want to try before you buy. But again, like I've said before about Naturalogic products, one of the things that is really great about them is they're sort of like the mid-range price point. They're not super cheap, but they're not like so unaffordable that, you know, you can't get them, and they give you great results. So highly recommend that one. Earthwise Catharsis was also really amazing for me this year for anti-acne, anti-inflammation, for redness. I went through quite a bit of my jar. I love that. I do mix this with oils because I find that otherwise, if I try to just mix it with water, it becomes almost impossible to remove cleanly from the face. Otherwise, there's a lot of like tugging and pulling and scrubbing. So definitely I suggest mixing it with oils to help keep it softer so it removes easier. And then you can add in like other brightening oils or like anti-acne oils or healing oils or things like that. So I throw in like the Pi Rosehip oil, 1, because I need to get through it, and 2, because that rosehip is a great, you know, healing oil. And then I also throw in the 5 Yena Lucent oil, which again has like great healing properties and things like that. So love those. Woo! Mahalo the Bean is always a favorite again. It's one of those ones like Naturalogic Unmask that I'll always have around. I always recommend. I love it. Love it for brightening and rejuvenating and detoxing. This one is also fabulous and has been a favorite for quite a long time. It's the Daphnes Revival. This one was actually featured in, oh God, what box was it? Was it the Clean Beauty box this year? Definitely way past its due to be featured in a beauty box to like, you know, bring to the masses, because Daphnes is an international brand. They're not that easy to get a hold of if you don't want to pay like international shipping. Are there any US retailers that carry Daphnes anymore? I know there were some, but I don't know if they still do. So they are, you know, they're kind of hard to get a hold of, you know, if you don't want to pay massive shipping charges. So I was very excited to see them featured in the Clean Beauty box this year. They, again, like I said, definitely it was its due. Oh my God, I am tired. But yeah, I've told you guys about this mask for years now. It is super hydrating. It is like, it's just incredible. Go watch any of the videos where I talk about it, because before Clean Beauty box, I was probably one of the only people that had talked about it. Was I? I mean, I didn't search, but I mean, I didn't see anybody else talking about it that was, you know, more US based. You know, like some European bloggers have talked about it, but US based bloggers, it was kind of like nobody else talked about it. So yeah, I really love that. That is a fantabulous, freaking amazing mask. Okay, so the other 2 that I've got are the new Live Botanical masks that were created for the solstice and equinox. So I don't know how long these 2 are going to be around. I don't know which one is going to be permanent, if either one. There were 4 new products that she created for that ritual specifically, and I think 1 or 2 of them is going to become, you know, permanent to the line. I hope at least one of them is. We've got the Desert Sky Clarity Plant Peel, which is a 10% mandelic acid with pumpkin and cranberry enzymes to smooth and energize the complexion. Gorgeous. This is such a great product. Something you would only usually typically see, I don't know, like when you're getting like an actual professional facial is the only time I've ever seen anything like this. In this, you know, like in this formulation and style. I really love it. I think it's a really fantastic product. I hope this is one that stays because this is truly, this is beautiful. And then the other one that I've got that I really love is the Earthbound Therapy Mask. Rebalances, brightens, and restores, and I definitely saw brightening, you know, immediately after using this. It's a beautiful formula. I really love brightening masks because my skin definitely needs them. So that one is a great option if you're looking for a brightening mask. Beautifully formulated. Okay, home stretch. At least I hope so. I mean, if I forgot anything or missed a category, it's just gonna have to be because I can't do this anymore. I'm so tired. Okay, so moisturizers. So these are the moisturizers, the balms, the creams, everything that I loved this year that was, you know, like a last step moisturizer. Seal it all in. I've got the TwoFit Glow creams. I've got the Cloud Comfort Cream and the Vita Rich, is it creme? Is that how you pronounce it when it's C-R-E-M-E? Is it creme? Either way, I have both of these. I really loved both of them. I'm loving this one more, especially right now. This one is like a newer addition to my routines and it's super, super hydrating, really beautiful. It's great for like brightening and transforming the look and feel of your skin, which I find that it is doing. This one I used for quite a few months when I was testing all of the Fit Glow skincare, and this really helps with like redness and inflammation and just calming the skin in general, and it's really, really good for that. So if your main concerns are like calming the skin, taming redness, you would probably want to go with something like this or this one, something like this. But if you're looking to like brighten the complexion, revitalize the complexion, and you don't worry so much about like redness and calming, this one is probably going to be your go-to. I sort of switch between both, but I am really liking this one at the moment. Mostly because, I mean, I do have to finish this one, so I want to make sure that I finish it, but I do really love both. I recommend both, depending on what your needs are. So the other daytime moisturizer product that I've got that I fell in love with this year is the Free and True Mama Pacha. Oh, this stuff is gorgeous. I mean, it's a moisturizer, but it just, my skin like drank it in. It felt so good. It just like truly loved the Free and True line. So it has Arctic peptides, beta glucan, Gatu cola. It just like deeply moisturizes the skin without feeling greasy or heavy. I really love this. That's just like one of the best moisturizers I've ever tried. Probably would be like the only moisturizer I would use if I could only pick one, but I really like that one. Okay, so more, well, I mean, Rare Indigo I use day or night. So Rare Indigo, I've pulled out the one from the Paradise collection that I've been using. I can use this one day or night. Just during the day I use a little bit less, at night I use a little bit more, and this is again great for calming, inflammation. It's not super heavy. It goes on, you know, you could put makeup on over it and it looks fabulous and your skin looks great. It smells incredible. I love it. I love that one. Okay, so these are the 3 that I use mainly at night. Again, this one I can use sometimes during the day too if I'm feeling like it, but most of the time I'll use like this one during the day and this one at night. It's the Natural Logic Omni Moisture Cream. You guys, this is just like fluffy butter basically that you smear on your face and it just feels incredible. She re-released Omni as sort of like a limited edition because it's not going to stick around in this formula forever. But it's back right now if it is something that you want to get your hands on. Like if you loved it before and it was out of stock for a long time, if you want to get your hands on it before she reformulates it, because I think that's what her plan is. But this formula is, it's delicious. I mean, I I have to imagine that whatever she's working on in replace of this is going to be even better, because like this I find is like already perfect and I kind of don't want it to change, but it's beautiful. I mean, you can use it day or night again. It works really well for me either, but I love that. That's just such a beautiful moisturizer. Yasuni Face Balm from Earthwise. It's the sensitive skin one. No essential oils. It's great for acne. Gently exfoliates. Let's see. Can you see it better like that? I've used very much. This is a very well-loved jar. I'm like almost at the bottom. I love to just open it up and smell it, because something about the scent of all of the just like raw butters and stuff that are in here just smells incredible to me. I like that it's essential oil free, because I love smelling those like natural butter smells. My skin loves this as well. This is one of my favorites, especially when I'm having a breakout, when I need just like some gentle resurfacing. I pull that one out. Works really well. Okay, so lastly is the Fit Glow Cloud Ceramide Balm. I use this one at night. This is a deeply hydrating balm. I love that it's refillable. So you just like take this out, pop it in. I probably will need a refill next year. I mean, this might get me through the rest of the winter, and then I'll need a refill before next winter. But I love that. This is, it's just like such a, it's like this on like moisturizing steroids or something, but it's just like, it's really incredible. Makes my skin feel great, feels moisturized. So yes, one big thing about those is none of those break me out. I don't have any issues with breakouts using those. Obviously it's gonna depend on what your sensitivities are, if you're sensitive to any of the things in any of those products. But for me, I'm not really sensitive to anything except cacao butter. That is like the only ingredient that breaks me out really badly. So I cannot use moisturizers with cacao butter in them. And I've had to not purchase some that were on my wish list, because when I looked at the ingredients, I saw cacao butter and I was like, God damn it, why? Why is cacao butter in there? But I mean, I know some people think the same thing about like coconut oil or shea butter or, you know, whatever else, because everybody's skin is different and has individual needs. But for me, these ones are my loves. Love. Okay, so that is all that I've got for skincare favorites from 2020. Again, if I forgot any, it's just gonna have to be left out. Maybe I'll talk about it at some other point, but I think I pretty much covered all of the things that like had me super excited and my skin saw really good results from, and I just fell in love with this year, or, you know, continued to be in love with from last year, or like whenever I discovered it first. So none of this stuff really should be any surprise to, you know, those of you that watch me regularly. You've heard me talk about this stuff pretty much all year. But yeah, it's good to have all of that info in one place. One thing I did forget, glad I thought of it before I ended this video. The one like major skin discovery of this year was acne patches. So the hydrocolloid patches, Hero Mighty patches, Real has some, Starface. There's a couple of brands that do them. Hero Mighty patches are still my #1 and still the ones that work the best for me, even though I've been trying some other ones to do a video on. That is like my #1 discovery from this year. Free and True was my favorite brand discovery, but like the overall my skin has benefited like the most from is acne patches. They are especially great if you are a skin picker, because if you feel something coming on that you know that you're going to pick, go get one of those patches, put it on, and you can't touch it, you know, for the next 6 to 10 or however long, how many hours you leave it on, and your skin will thank you. You know, acne heals so much quicker when I use those, because it just sucks everything out of there and just like helps heal it like insanely quick. If you have acne, or if you have like a son or a daughter who's got acne, if you know anybody with acne, recommend those things to them, because they are amazing. They really are. And you really need to include them. You know, they might seem like an unnecessary expense. You might just be like, oh, I'll just use a spot treatment or whatever. Guys, you need to try acne patches. You really do. Like, that's one of the things that I'm like, I'm gonna sit here and tell you, you need to buy them, because they are truly magical and they will change your skin for the better. They will heal acne way quicker. They will keep you from picking at your skin and making, you know, it worse and causing scars and hyperpigmentation. I truly will like just stand those things until until I stop breaking out, which will probably be never. I'll probably be 50 years old and still getting acne. Like, who knows at this point. But yes, those are all of my favorites. Now I'm done. I'm done. Those are all my favorites for 2020. I am excited to see what 2021 brings in terms of skincare, you know, what I'm going to see from my favorite brands, or if any new brands are going to sort of like jump out at me and get me excited. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen yet, and I'm excited to find out. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that it was helpful to see all of my favorites in one place and to just sort of like watch me go through them all and sort of like suffer along the way since I'm so tired. And you watched it get, you know, dark. This took me like 2 hours to film because I had to keep stopping and getting up and dealing with my kid and my cats and like lots of noise. And for a while my neighbor was like cutting down a tree across the street, and like there were kids running around like on the side of the house, and I'm just like, everything's against me today. But it's all right. This is done. I'm done. Finally done with the favorites. Check out my other favorites if you haven't yet. And I hope you guys, what do I usually say now? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.